So, you have decided that you want to become a project management professional, normally abbreviated as PMP. And you're actually wondering, how are you supposed to start? What is required? How is the exam structured? Where are you supposed to start from? And how do you get through this exam? I'm going to take you through 5 sections that you need to appreciate for you to pass the PMP exam and to also get registered as a PMP member. So let's get started. So, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar Mbira. I'm a certified program and project manager. This is the channel which I use to help aspiring and also practicing project managers to succeed. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the PMP exam basics, which means in terms of what do you need to know in case you want to certify as a project management professional. So let's get started. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button so that you're the first person to be notified each time a new video is uploaded on this channel. It will help this channel to grow. It will also help this channel to produce more videos like this one. I hope you're enjoying. You have decided to become a project management professional, normally abbreviated as PMP. To be honest with you, it is very good if you decide to certify. I've seen so many project managers, very good, but they're not certified. So it becomes very difficult for them, especially if they want to get a new job or if they want to get a new increment. It becomes very difficult for them to do that because the first item to be requested by any client or any organization is the qualification, which is the certification. You might have some other academic qualifications, but as long as you don't have anything that is very, very specific to project management, you might find it very difficult to get some. So it is advisable. I've gone through it my process. It is advisable. I've gone through it as a process that although you might have some experience, also try to get some certification. So it is advisable that even if you have been practicing as a project manager, you also get certification in terms of project management. So there are so many of them. For example, you might get the PMP, you might get the Prince 2. There are so many of them. You choose. But in this particular video, I'm going to take you through the PMP certification process. So there are quite a number of considerations for you to understand what actually PMP exam requires. So the first consideration is you must have 35 hours of project management training, or you want to call it a course, it's the same thing. But it must be 35 hours. That is one of the conditions that you must adhere to. So you might be asking, Oscar, how do I get these 35 hours? So there are quite a number of project management or PMI examination providers that you can register with. PMI is just for Project Management Institute examination providers that you can register with, and then they will take you through the course. At the end of the course, most of them, they allow you to sit for an exam. And once you pass this particular exam, you get a certificate that you have completed your 35-hour project management course or education. That is very, very critical. You won't be allowed to sit for the exam if you don't have those 35 hours as a first condition. The next condition in terms of what is required for your project management professional exams, we have 2 categories. So the first category is going to be on the qualification, academic qualification, and it's going to be a 4-year degree. It's going to be required. So what it means is you have a 4-year degree that you use to become a PMP certified person, which means you use that 4-year degree to apply to be accepted. So if you have got a 4-year degree from any institution, and remember, you need to provide correct information. You might be picked at random for any verification, and it will be very bad that you have provided something that is not correct. They try to verify with any institution that you have provided, and there is no confirmation from their end. You might be bad, so you need to be very careful when you're providing the information. So the 4-year degree is important. When you've got a 4-year degree, the other requirement is for you to have done at least 36 months of project management practice. They might not be very consecutive to say for the last 36 months you were just doing project management, but you just have to demonstrate that in the last 36 months you were being involved in projects. And it does not necessarily mean that you are supposed to have a title as project manager. You could be a team manager, you could be a team lead, you could be even a program manager, not by title, but by work. You can also provide that extra information and you can also be accepted. So it is quite important that you take that into consideration. Then the second category is, on top of your 35-hour project management practice or education, you might even also apply using a high school diploma or even associate degree. It's also possible. However, it will have an additional condition of at least 6 months of project management practice. So you might be asking, for these 6 months, are they supposed to be consistent? Are they supposed to be sequential? Are they supposed to be sequential from the last period all the way up to the end? Not necessarily that, but you just have to demonstrate that for the last 60 months, at least you are being involved in projects in different capacities. You might not even have the project management title, but at least you are being involved. So you'll be able to apply and also get accepted. So that is the first part of it, on what exactly the PMP exam requires. You need those specific 35 hours, you need them, and then the number of years, depending whether you have a degree, 4-year degree, or you've got a high school diploma. All that must be considered. That is the first part of this requirement. The second part is the application process. We have looked at what the PMP exam requires, okay? The 35-hour, and also if you've got a 4-year degree, 36 months of project management practice or application, and also you have a diploma, high school diploma, 60 months of project management experience or practice. So the next part of it now is, assuming you have gone through all that, you have all those requirements, you have 35 hours, you go to a certificate from a PMI examination provider, then the next part of it now is to apply. You apply online. It's the best that you can do, which means you can even apply it from the comfort of your house or from the comfort of your office. So you apply online to be accepted by the PMI approvers. Then after the application, normally you wait for about 3 to 4 business working days to get approval. The assumption here is everything is in place and your approval is done within 3 to 5 days, business days, okay? Once your approval is done, the next part of the application is now to register for the examination. So when you register for examination, you actually have two options to register. You can either register with the Pearson VU, which means the accredited examination centers, which are also providing PMI, which is good. Or maybe if you don't want to use those environments, every option it has got a pros and the cons. So what it means is you have two options. You can either take it online or you can register with an examination center. Registering with an examination center has got its own pros. Number one is it could be quieter as compared to your room, your office, or your house. And also number two, you might be able to get the actual whiteboards in case some of the examination questions they require you to demonstrate on the electronic whiteboard. At least you can do that as compared to when you're taking it from online from home, where you might be forced to use the mouse and the keyboard, but the option is yours. And also, if you decide to take it online, just to make sure that your room is also very quiet and you also have a webcam, and also your internet connection is actually very, very stable. This is very, very important. I don't think you would like to be embarrassed to see when you are almost completing your exam and then your internet drops off. So just make sure your internet connection, if you're taking it online from home, is very stable and it can sustain you for at least 4 hours. And then make sure your webcam is also working. The reason why you should have a webcam is there are so many proctors which are going to be assigned to you, and obviously you're going to be monitored throughout the examination, just to make sure that at least things are being done properly. But your focus should just be on the completion of the examination. So you have those two options. If you want to register to take the examination, you can take it from an examination center. Sometimes they ask you to pay some fee, which means you have to drive to some place, somewhere. Or you might take it online. When you take it online, you have the flexibility, of course, of being at home. As long as the area is quiet, then you should be able to focus. So when you've registered, you've decided and registered on whether online or you want to take it from an examination center, the time comes now to go for the actual examination. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button the subscribe button and the notification button so that you're the first person to be notified each time a new video is uploaded on this channel. It will help the channel to grow. It will also help the channel to produce more videos like this one. So let's get started. I hope you've enjoyed the video. PMP examination is actually structured in such a way that you have 180 questions and you're supposed to complete them in 230 minutes. You don't necessarily have to sit for 230 minutes, but it's advisable that at least you take your time to understand the question so that you pass. The system is just going to tell you whether you've passed or you've failed. It's not going to give you a mark like what other examinations do, like you got 80%, 60%, you know. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be a pass or a fail. So you have 180 questions and you also have 230 minutes to answer. Of those 180, you'll find that probably around 5, they are still being used just for testing. They may not be counted in terms of your examination score, and you won't be able to know. So don't stress yourself to try to figure out which one is not going to count and which one is not going to count. Just focus on answering the questions. Just focus on passing the examination. So that is very, very important. So once you have passed the exam, you become certified. But one thing I need to touch is examination is going to look at about 3 areas, okay? Which is the people, and the people is going to be around 40 to 42% of the examination, and then the process is going to be more in terms of the examination questions, and it's going to take about 50% of the examination questions in terms of processes. And then the last category is business. Business is around 8%. So business is not going to be so much. And you might be wondering, and you might be asking, Oscar, why is business 8%? Why is people 50%? Sorry, 42%. Why is processes 50%? So the general concept is that people, they work within some processes in a business environment. So take it that way. People, they work within some processes in a given business environment. It could be business environment or organizational environment. So these are the 3 main areas you're going to get some of these questions. And you need to master these areas before you go for any specific exam. So let us recap what we have gone through in this video. The first thing is, it's a good idea to certify as a project manager, and it can open doors for you. For example, you might even get a new job because of the certification. You might even get increments because of the certification, or you might even get a better salary because of the certification. So certification is very important for you, and you should put effort. You should put effort towards your certification. And there are so many project management certifications that you can have, but in this particular video, we are covering the project management professional certification, which is PMP certification. And we're looking at the basics of project examination. We're looking at the basics of PMP examination. And we looked through about 4 areas. So the first one is on what is required. We've looked at 35 hours of project management training or course, which you can also get from any of the PMI certified educational providers. We looked at also in terms of requirements, where we have some cases. If you have got a 4-year degree, it means we are also required to provide 36 hours of project management experience or practice. They do not have to be necessarily to be sequential or consistent period, but at least within the 36 months, you should be able to demonstrate that you are a project manager or you are involved in projects. You might not have had the title of project manager, but you were involved in projects either as a project lead or team manager, or even program manager, or even project coordinator or project expediter. So these are some of the roles probably you were playing, but not necessarily as a project manager. You can still apply and get considered. And if you have got a high school degree or an associate degree or high school diploma, you might be required to provide 60 months of project management experience and practice. And also they don't have to be consistent over 60 months, but you should be able to demonstrate that for the last 6 months you were involved in projects with a specific role that was on the leadership side. So that is on the PMP exam requirements. So the second area that we looked at is on the application process. How do you apply to become a PMP certified professional? So after getting your 35 hours, considerations also on the degree or the diploma that you have, you now need to apply. You can apply online. So when you apply online, expect 3 to 5 business days to get your approval for the examination. So assuming all is in place, you get approval, then you now need to take the actual exam. There are 2 ways to take the exams. The first one is through an examination center. Some they charge a small fee, administration fee for that. Or maybe you can even take it online from the comfort of your office or even your home. Both 2 options, they have the pros and cons. You also need to consider both of them. Are you comfortable with the online one, or you're comfortable taking it from an examination center? So that is very, very important. So once you have decided, you take your examination. Your examination is having some structure. It's going to have about 180 questions, and also you're supposed to answer them in about 230 minutes. There are some who can finish it earlier. There are some who might not be able to finish it earlier. However, as you take the exam, you are going to be given 2 10-minute break. From my view, I think that's very logical. You cannot sit somewhere for 4 hours non-stop. Even fatigue, your health, your mental strength, and everything else, it will be like torture. So you're going to have about 2 sessions of 10 minutes break throughout the exam. And my advice is take those breaks, take water, stretch your legs, stretch your back, your neck, your hands, everything else, before you come back again and continue with the exam. There's reasons why that option is there, so that it doesn't become as a punishment to take that exam. At least you still have the flexibility to let your blood flow properly before you come back for the next session. So you're going to have 2 of them, 10-minute breaks. So when you take your exam, the system is only going to say pass or fail. So don't expect to see 100%, 90%, 60%. It's just a pass or a fail. That is how it's structured. So you just need to follow that. So as soon as you finish, you are going to be notified whether you've passed or you've failed on the screen. And assuming you've passed, it means from that point onwards, you are now a certified project management professional. You can even broadcast it to your friends or even in social media or even within your organization. From that point onwards, you are now a certified project management professional. So once you get certified, it's going to last for about 3 years normally. After 3 years, you are expected to renew. But how do you renew that? There's something they call PDU, which means professional development units that you have to gain. And it's expected that within 3 years, you must have gained 60 of these. So there are so many ways to gain these PDUs. One of them, it could be even attending meetings for PMI meetings, or you can even write articles in terms of the project management profession. And also, you can even attend training just to make sure that at least you get some of them. In most cases, you get 1 PDU per each and every item. So it means you have to do more of them. Logically, if you're able to do maybe around 20 PDUs per year, it means after 3 years, you have your 60. If you don't do these 60 PDUs, you are unlikely going to renew, and you might be requested to retake the examination. So you need to be very careful so that retaking the examination has never been very, very good and easy. But you have to make sure that at least you gain those ones, you remain certified in the project management field. So that is, in a nutshell, that is the summary of all that you need to appreciate the project management professional exams and how to take it. If you think there's something which you disagree with me, that's okay. Or if you think there's something which you think is not aligned to your view, let me know in the comment section, and then we can take it from there. The last part of it that we looked at it is how is the examination structured. So it's structured around 3 main areas: the people, processes, and also the business environment. So this examination is going to have about 42% exam questions on people, and then 50% of the exam questions from processes. So you need to master all the processes. I'm not going to cover the process in this video. I'm going to have another video which I'm going to talk about these processes. You can watch my channel for that specific video. And then you can also check my channel for that specific video. And then you have the business environment, which is going to cover about 8%. So most of the questions are going to come and structured that way. If you want me to create more videos based on what we have discussed in this video, or you want additional videos based on a concept which was not clear, or a concept which you require more information, reach out to me or let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.